Hi everyone, it's Christine G again, and today I want to share with you the exotic jackfruit.
Check. Huh. Some program where them have no reach. Christine, you think classic, it classic. Out the road them a chat it say. Your program well classic. People can't wait fi go watch it, yeah. You think classic, it classic. Your style MC cosmetic, yeah. You think classic, it classic. But all them a do them can't tap it, yeah. Chop. Stepping at the street, you a boss a road. Make sense move when you touch a road. Are you the fans in the road?
I love this fruit so much, I could have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to show you the many uses of this fruit, the fruit itself, the seed, and how I integrate it into my regular day. I will be sharing jackfruit mixed with other fruits in a yogurt, so I normally have that for breakfast. And then, courtesy of my friend Talbert Isaac, who unfortunately could not make it to, show you guys how to make curried jackfruit, I will be doing the recipe based on his instructions. Thirdly, we'll be making use of the seeds, and I will show you how to roast it in the oven and also how to quickly boil it on the stove. And then with the roasted or the boiled seed, we're gonna saute that and then add it as a topping to a salad. So sit back and relax and enjoy, okay? So you're ready to make the meal. And the first meal we're gonna make today is the curried jackfruit. So the first thing is you wanna get the fruit, okay? You can get this fruit from any H-Mart, any Asian grocery store typically sells these. In my area, the local farmers market has it. The prime time or season for jackfruit is now. It's normally in the summer, so in the winter months you could always substitute with the canned jackfruit. However, it's always good using the original product. In the stores, you normally find it whole, where the skin, it's gonna look like this, and the skin has like little prickly things on it. It's prickly, but it's not sharp, but it has that rough exterior. In other stores, they slice it. So this is like, let's say this was one, they slice it across and serve it or sell it to us, present it to us in this fashion. In other stores, they cut it across or they cut it longitudinally and then cut it in bits and pieces and price it accordingly. The most important thing is that when you're choosing this fruit, you want to make sure that it's really yellow, nice and yellow, and has a nice little give to it. You don't want it too hard, because when it's too hard or it's too light yellow, that's normally significant of it not being fit. So it's not ready to eat. You will eat it and it has no flavor, no taste. It just doesn't taste good. This was actually a good pick. You can take a look at it. Nice and yellow. So you see this one, you will get a lot of good fruit from here. Before you handle any jackfruit, you want to make sure you have some oil. And I'll get myself ready now. You want to have some oil to oil down any surfaces that the jackfruit will come in contact with. Your hands. If you're using a knife, you want to put a little bit on the knife, because this thing has a stain where if it gets on you or any portions of the kitchen, it'll be too sticky, and we don't want that. Okay, now I will show you how we will harvest the jackfruit. I said this was the hardest part. It actually is. Very labor intensive if you're not used to it. And pretty much what I do, I get a cutting board. Okay guys, so we're back and we're ready to get started with the curried jackfruit. Here are the ingredients. We have okay, so as you can see, we're getting ready to start the process. I kind of turn the flame on. I have it on about a medium flame. Put some coconut oil. Coconut oil gives it a lot of good flavor. And I'm gonna put it in the oil. The oil is getting hotter. And this first part of the process is called burning the curry. Whenever you're cooking curry, not everyone really tolerate the curry well. And sometimes they might have a little bit of irritable bowel problems afterwards. So in order to avoid that, what we normally do, we normally burn the curry in some garlic. And that will, eliminate all of that problem. Once the garlic starts to sizzle, I'm going to add a little bit of the curry in here. And just like I said, we're burning the curry, meaning we're letting it cook in the oil. This was about, I would say, 1.5 teaspoons of curry. And you just keep turning and turning until the garlic is cooked a little bit. Sometimes it could even go brown, change color. And you can tell that this curry is burnt. It's no longer light yellow. It's kind of like a brownish color. So that's really good. So once we've done that, then we could add the rest of the ingredients. And I'm going to turn down the flame. So I'm just going to add all the other ingredients. I'm adding the rest of the garlic. I'm going to add my onion. And I'm just going to continuously stir. I normally keep stirring until you start seeing the onions go kind of clear or translucent. That means they've cooked a little bit. So now the onions have cooked a bit. Add peppers, the red. I'm going to add the orange. Again, you just break up your thyme in here. Next, we're going to add pimentos. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to crush the pimento a little bit. When I crush the pimento, I generally put it in a paper towel. And I just crush it a little so we could get the aroma. There you go, pimento in. Some salt. Salt is to your taste. Give it another stir. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of the coconut powder. If we had coconut milk, it would be a better choice. But the powder works just fine. And I'm stirring that in so I don't have any lumps. But it just adds a really nice flavor as well. Next, we're going to add the jackfruit. I kind of diced it up just as how I would chicken. And then we're just going to add that to the pot. I'm going to turn the flame down a little bit lower because we don't want to lose too much of the juices. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add black pepper. Again, to your taste, so you add how much pepper you want. And then as per Talbert, you take a whole Scotch bonnet pepper, you kind of pierce it several times with a fork so it could release the flavor. Put that in there. And on a low flame, I'm going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. You don't want to do it for too long because the jackfruit does not take long to cook. It's already edible in its raw form, so it won't take long for it to absorb all the nutrients and the juices from the curry. Let's take a look at the curried jackfruit and see how we're doing. That's the curried jackfruit. Sometimes for breakfast, I'll have the jackfruit plain as day, just like how it comes. As simple as that. And I'll eat it. I'll have a couple pieces. I'll probably eat it while I'm driving. And it's so filling. It's so filling that you don't even feel like you missed a real breakfast. Other times, here are the ingredients. Other times, I take my favorite yogurt, and I mix them up. A dollop of this, a dollop of that. I take my jackfruit, I dice it up really tiny like that. I get some blueberries and voila. There we go. Add as much as you want. I like a lot. There you have it. I put this in my cooler. And that's it. Keep it nice and cool. And that's my midday snack or after breakfast snack, whatever. But it's a really, really good choice. I mean, it's simply mouth-watering and tasty. Okay guys, so it's everything jackfruit. So now that we have curried the fruit itself and we have used the fruit and added it to my favorite yogurt, now we're going to talk about the seeds. So the seeds look like this. All right. So when we dig them out and take them from inside the fruit, they look like that. All right. Actually, let's backtrack a bit. Here's the fruit. It comes like that. You split open the fruit and you take the seed out. Once you take the seed out, it comes in a little casing, and you just pop it out of the casing. So now we're going to harvest these guys. So I've already harvested a couple earlier. So I'm going to put some there. Still have some others that need to pop out of that little yellow casing. Taking them out. All right. And I'll put some here because I have some there because we're going to roast it. My mother, this is my mother's favorite snack. Normally in Jamaica when she was a child, she used to roast this on like an open wood fire. But because I don't have that today, we're going to roast it in the oven. We're not going to do a lot. It's just to quickly show you, you know, the process. And both give us the same result. You could roast in the oven or you could boil. Oops. So just make sure the seeds are out of the case, that yellow casing. So these will go in the oven. You set your oven to 400 degrees. If you notice, I lined my tin here with aluminum foil. The oven is set to 400 degrees. And we're going to put it in. We're going to let that sit there for 15 to 20 minutes. You'll know it's done whereby when you stick the actual seed, it should be soft. If you're familiar with chestnut at like holiday time at the end of the year, it's something similar. And it has a similar look, taste, and feel. It's amazing, guys. As for the boiling, the same seeds, and I have some water here on the fire. And don't want to get burned, so I'm just going to throw the seeds in boiling water and let them boil for about the same, about 15 to 25 minutes. Actually, what's going to happen, you'll see the color of the water changes from like clear to like kind of like a yellowish brownish. And when you stick the seeds, they'll also be soft. That's when you know they're ready. All right, we'll be back. Okay, after boiling the seeds for 15 to 20 minutes, this is what it looks like. Same thing. It's nice and soft. I could actually pull that outer casing off, and even that comes off. And it's nice and soft. So it looks like a little mini potato, which leads me to what I'm gonna do next with these lovely seeds right now. They're nice and soft. I'm gonna actually saute these similar to what we do with like home fries. Us already. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to dice these up. And the oil is ready. And now we could add our boiled jackfruit seeds. And I'm just going to let them sit in the oil, soak up some of that lovely coconut oil and flavor. And I'm just going to let it catch a nice color. Okay. And so we have the topping for our salad. Okay. So this was the boiled jackfruit seed. I took it out of its casing, sliced it up. I sauteed it to a nice golden brown, crouton looking type substitute. I'm going to add a little black pepper, And this is all to your taste. And I added a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to add this to my salad. There you have it. Okay, 15-20 minutes, and we have taken the jackfruit seeds out of the oven, and you can hear and feel the crispiness. It's similar to a chestnut. The inside is nice and white, and you can eat it. Very, very tasty. Try not to let it stay in the oven too long because it could potentially dry out, and then it's not as good. Like I said, 15 to 20 minutes and you should be good. Very, very good and tasty. Oops. So you could have this just by itself. All right, guys, so we're back. I spent all this time making all these goodies with the exotic jackfruit. So let's recap. We have the curried jackfruit, and we also have yogurt topped with jackfruit, and my favorite, blueberry. That's like a little snack, you know, at lunch or maybe for breakfast. Sometimes I have that. And last, I made a salad, and it was topped with the boiled jackfruit seed, which was then sauteed in coconut oil and used as a topping. All right, and lastly, shout out to Talbert for giving me this wonderful curried jackfruit recipe, and I have delivered it to the audience. With no further ado, let's welcome Brienne, and she's had jackfruit before but hasn't had it in a while.
Right.
So let's just reacclimate your taste buds to the taste of jackfruit. So here I have some already cut up and prepared. So you want to go ahead and try? It's all yours, so you could use your fingers, just dip in.
All right, I'm excited.
Try the jackfruit. And you've had it before. Do you tell the audience what you think about it?
Yes, I had jackfruit before. Has one acquired taste, but other than that, tastes pretty good. It's not too sweet. Has like a natural sugar to it.
Yeah, it has a slight flavor,
right?
A slightly sweet flavor, and that's why it works amazing with these dishes, especially ones that have a sauce, because the jackfruit, once you put it in there, it just, when it's in Rome, it does like the Romans do. So it sucks up all the flavor of this wonderful curry sauce that I made. All right. So which do you want to try first? Let's start with, how about we start with the curried jackfruit?
Okay. Let's see. Make sure I get everything. All the onion, peppers, and the curried jackfruit.
What do you think?
I like how the jackfruit doesn't overpower the food, but it blends in naturally with the curry and with the rice. Everything just tastes like blended, like all in one. Like the jackfruit doesn't overpower it, and then the curry flavoring just matches perfectly with the jackfruit. This tastes amazing. I have to go back for seconds.
Let me ask you something. If I did not tell you that it was jackfruit, do you think you would have figured it out, or you would have probably mistaken that for chicken? What do you think?
I would never have thought that there was jackfruit in this dish.
Yeah, because you didn't really taste it, right? So
No.
It's pretty cool. All right, don't let me stop you from taking another bite.
Phenomenal.
All right, good. And we're gonna You're really liking this.
So good.
All right, you could have the rest later. I still have more stuff for you to try.
Okay.
Let's kind of like balance it out with the yogurt.
Sounds good.
And jackfruit, and then we'll hit a little bit of the salad. I particularly want you to taste that topping. I can't wait to see your reaction.
And I can't wait to eat it, Miss Christine. So I'm gonna have some of the yogurt with the jackfruit and the blueberry. Let's see.
Nice, right?
Wow.
It's a nice blend.
Not only is it a nice blend, it's also, I can take this to me with work as like a snack or eat it for breakfast.
Yeah.
Something quick and easy to make.
Yeah.
This is actually really good.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I do with it. Sometimes I have it for breakfast, or I might, like you said, take it for lunch.
Mm-hmm. But Miss Christine, this is really good.
The thing up.
It up, no?
Oh. All right. You could have all this later. This is all yours.
Wow, I'm impressed.
All right. So let's take a quick taste of that. Taste that topping.
So what's in the salad?
It's actually just like a regular iceberg lettuce mixed with some romaine, cut up pretty small. There is some cucumbers, and there is red, yellow, and green bell peppers. You pretty much could add whatever you want to the salad, but you know, this is what we had available today.
Would you recommend it I eat it with the dressing or without the dressing?
You want some dressing?
No, but just for, you know.
You know what? You could have it with the dressing later.
Okay.
But try, I want you to taste the nut.
And this
seed.
is the jackfruit seed that I'll be tasting.
So remember, guys, it was boiled first and then sauteed in olive oil. So it has, when it first came out after being boiled, it looked like a potato.
Right.
And then when I sauteed it, it became very crunchy. So it's almost similar to like having croutons on your salad, and I love having that. How is it?
I like how it has a little crunchiness to it, but it's not too crunchy, you know? And this kind of reminds me of like peanuts in a way.
Peanuts? Have you ever had chestnuts?
Yes.
Yes, because I like to roast chestnuts as well. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But okay. So I think that's it. I think it's a winner.
Honestly, Miss Christine, all these dishes are winners. They all have something unique, flavorful to them. I'm coming back for seconds.
You could definitely have all you can eat later. So guys, this one is another one for the books, and I hope that you will try some of these recipes, or just try the jackfruit period. All right, and like I said, thanks for watching.
All right, guys. I'm about to indulge in some food.
All right, take care.
Bye.